What do you remember most about your mom and dad? My parents did the best they could with what they knew. That's not to say that they didn't make mistakes or poor choices when it came to me and the Sibs. They both grew up at the end of the Depression, and then they lived through the economic recovery period for the country. They were both born before World War II and were teenagers before the 1950s rolled around. They had parents that lived through the Depression. It was the norm to live very frugally. They didn't get everything they wanted. Meat was not on the table every night for dinner, but they never went hungry either. One grandpa worked for the railroad, the other was a fireman. Both families had a steady income, and while not rich, they were fortunate. My mom used to go downtown to the USO. She would roller skate, dance, and do typical teenage stuff with the soldiers and the sailors when they were on leave. I had the impression that my mom was boy crazy. Good for her. I hope she had fun. My dad was quite the ladies' man, and there's photos I've seen of him that tell a story of how he got around. Given all I know about him, if someone walked up to me and said they were my half-brother or sister, I would not be surprised. They both came of age after a very dark time in our history, but this was also the start of very strong economic growth. It was a time of plenty, after a very bad storm. More to come. Thanks for listening.